students, today in standard 10 I am going to discuss carbon and its compound. Yes, this is the fourth chapter of our standard 10 chemistry, carbon and its compound. In this chapter we will study regarding covalent compound, what are covalent compounds, how the electrons are shared in covalent compound, how the covalent bond is formed, and then we'll discuss about the carbon, why carbon forms only covalent compounds. Then we'll discuss organic compounds, organic chemistry. What is organic chemistry? The branch of chemistry which deals with hydrocarbons and its derivatives that are known as organic compounds. The branch of chemistry which deals with hydrocarbons and its derivatives that are known as organic compounds. And in this chapter we will study regarding organic compounds. In organic compounds we will learn how to write IUPAC name of organic compounds. Then we will study about the reactions of organic compounds. So let us start the chapter with covalent bonding. What is a covalent bond? What is a covalent bond? Yes, in our last chapter we have studied ionic bond. Ionic bond is a bond which is formed by complete transfer of electron. But what is covalent bond? How covalent bond is formed? That I am going to discuss here. Covalent bond is formed by mutual sharing of electrons. By mutual sharing of electrons by the atoms of the elements. By mutual sharing of electrons of the atoms of the elements. You see, when we were discussing ionic bonds, we used to take the examples of metals and non-metals. When a metal combined with a non-metal, it forms ionic bond. Since there is complete transfer of electrons, since the metal gives electron and the non-metals accepts electron. But if two non-metal atoms combine, then how will they form bond? That only we are discussing here. Suppose you are taking example of hydrogen molecule. You see, hydrogen is having one electron in its valence shell. Now, two hydrogen atoms are having one electron in its valence shell. So, if it wants to form hydrogen molecule, what will they do? These hydrogen atoms will mutually share its electron and will have two electrons in its valence shell, and that will complete its first shell. First shell we all know that can accommodate two electrons, and hydrogen only have first shell, so it will have two electrons in the first shell. You see, hydrogen, what is the electronic configuration of hydrogen? 1. Now this 1 I am showing with a dot. This one electron of both the hydrogen atoms are mutually shared by both the hydrogen atoms, and that results in formation of hydrogen-hydrogen single bond. So, in this way, hydrogen molecule is formed. Suppose I am taking example of Cl2. You see, these are also non-metal. Chlorine is a non-metal. Chlorine has 7 electrons in its last shell. So, chlorine requires 1 electron to complete its octet. Now, there are 2 chlorine atoms, and both the chlorine is having 17 atomic number. What is its configuration? 287. Now you see, 2 chlorine atoms having 7 electrons in valence shell will mutually share 1 electron to complete its octet. You see, this chlorine is having 7 electron. I am darkening this. So you will differentiate. You will be able to differentiate. And you see, this chlorine atom is also having 7 electrons in its last cell. Now these two chlorine will mutually, two chlorine will mutually share its 1 electron and will form a single bond between these two chlorine. And in this way, it will complete its octet. You see here, chlorine is sharing 1 electron. So they are having 1 bond. So it is denoted by 1 straight line. And the unshared electrons you can show by dot. Okay. Now, let us take up the example of oxygen. If you are taking the example of oxygen, you see oxygen. Oxygen atomic number 8. Its configuration is 2,6. So, oxygen is having 6 electrons in its valence shell. It requires 2 electrons to complete its octet. So, oxygen, what it will do? It will share its 2 electrons. It will share its 2 electrons with other oxygen atom to complete its octet. Another oxygen atom I am showing with this dot to make a difference. You may put similar to both, but to make you understand here, to make a difference, I have made the two types of dots different to show the number of electrons in last cell. Number of electrons in last cell is 6. So this both oxygen atom will share its 2 electrons and will complete its octet. Now you see 2 to 4 to 6 to 8, this oxygen is having 8 electrons and this is also having 8, 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. Now 2 oxygen atoms are sharing 2 electrons, so we show this with this double bond and unshared electron. Unshared pair is 2 pair of electron, that is 4. We'll show that like this. Next, if you take the example of N2, nitrogen 7. What is this electronic configuration? 2, 5. Each nitrogen atom requires 3 electrons to complete its octet. Now, 2 nitrogen atom will share its 3 electrons to complete its octet. See, now this oxygen is having 2, this nitrogen is having 2 plus 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and this will also have 8 electrons. How we will show this? Nitrogen and nitrogen. So this is the electron dot structure for covalent bond formation. Now you can take up the example of water. In water you see oxygen is bonded to hydrogen atoms. How you can show? Each hydrogen atoms require 1 electron to complete its octet. And oxygen requires 2 electrons to complete its octet. So each oxygen will share 1 of its electron with 1 hydrogen. It will share 1 of its electron with 1 hydrogen. So with 2 hydrogen it will share 2 electrons. And now you see hydrogen is having complete octet. Complete duet, 2 electrons. This hydrogen is also having 2 electrons in valence shell. and oxygen is having 8 electrons in valence shell. So we can show this like this way. This water molecule, in this water molecule, oxygen is sharing its 2 electron with 2 hydrogen atom, and it is completing its octet, and hydrogen is completing its duet. You can take up many other examples like ammonia. Next example is ammonia. If you are taking ammonia, you see. Ammonia. Nitrogen is having 5 electrons in its valence shell. So it requires 3 electrons to complete its octet. So it will share its 1 electron with each hydrogen, and it will complete its octet, and hydrogen will complete its duet. So similarly you can take up many other examples, and when we will be discussing the organic compounds like methane, ethane, we will be discussing this covalent bonding again. How the sharing of electron is taking place in organic compounds, that we will discuss again. Now, if you are asked to simply say briefly what is the difference between an ionic bond and covalent bond. Ionic bond, that is formed by complete transfer of electrons, but covalent bond we all are seeing that is formed by mutual sharing of electrons. Next, ionic compounds are good conductors of electricity in molten state or in aqueous solution, but covalent compounds are generally bad conductor of electricity. However, like HCl, some of the covalent compound when dissolved in water or some other solvents conducts electricity. We all know what is the reason for conducting electricity. We need ions, movement of ions if taking place, then electricity is conducted. So ionic compounds conduct electricity, there is ions, but in case of covalent there are no ions, so it do not conduct electricity. Now ionic compounds are solids, but covalent compounds are generally gases. Next, ionic compounds have high boiling and melting points, while covalent have low. Because there is strong bonding in case of ionic compounds, so they have strong bond, so high amount of energy is required to break the bond, so they have high melting and boiling point, but these covalent compounds have low melting and boiling points. So all of us now have understood what are these covalent compounds and what are ionic compounds, and how you can show this sharing of electrons in covalent compound also. Again, another example I am giving. Suppose you are taking carbon dioxide. If you are asked to show electron dot structure for carbon dioxide, how many electrons carbon has its valence shell? In its valence shell 4. So carbon requires 4 electrons to complete its octet. So it will share its 2 electrons with 2 oxygen. So now this oxygen will have complete octet, this oxygen will also have complete octet, and this carbon will also have complete octet. So we can write this like this and these 2 dots. Similarly for NH3 also you can write like this. So it will be like this. Okay. So we'll deal with next topic again.